It's a reasonably pleasant Saturday morning, and Don and I are off to the Kohl's parking lot in Fuquay so he can donate blood. I just came out to move Ruby out to help us get going. He's almost ready.
So I'm in here with my sweetie, she's driving. And we're heading out like early for us. It's like 11:15. I've got an 11:30 appointment. You know, they're gonna take some of my blood.
Yeah, you're giving the gift of life this Christmas.
That's right. So we'll see how it works out today. If I don't get to talk to y'all again, y'all have a Merry Christmas.
So Don thought Kohl's on a Saturday morning, no big deal. He was thinking Kohl's on a Saturday morning in September. Not Kohl's on a I've never seen this many cars at the Kohl's. Never seen this many cars at the Kohl's.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's Black Friday on steroids. Oh, there's a Model 3.
Yep.
Mama's House of Thrift, which is on the other side of this light over here. They're giving away Christmas to families in need this morning. They have a special charity event going on. So that's, I've seen some people walking over to the Kohl's parking lot. That's part of what's going on. And they have a, you know, event over there to go shop and stuff too. But I see people walking away with lots of goodness. There's a Model S up there in front of me. All right, show us what they did to you.
Yeah, they put this blue bandage on me and told me I had to keep it on for an hour at least, and then the Band-Aid underneath I need to keep on for 4 hours. They were good. I use their new online process where you answer the questions online and they give you a QR code, and they scan the QR code, and that helped. It didn't have to, it saved the time to answer the questions there.
Yeah, this is the blood connection.
The blood connection, that's right.
Which is kind of taken over a bunch of the local area.
And they said, here's your gift cards.
Gift cards?
Yeah. And they said, then they said something really strange. She says, well, you'll have to activate them. I says, I don't activate gift cards. That's my wife's job.
Wow. How much are those good for?
I think they're probably $5. I think it's $10 total. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, well, they like Mr. O negative,
yeah,
so,
they like
you know.
yeah. So there's a couple gift cards.
Aww.
And I bought, saved, they didn't have any chocolate, but I got some peanut bars. So I'll probably have this when after for dessert tonight.
Yeah, if we break our fasting and our keto, we try to at least do it within a 4 to 6 hour window.
A little too early.
All of the you know, food in one batch, so we only raise our blood sugar once a day.
That's right. That way it stays insulin stays low, and that when insulin is low, that is the mechanism that causes your body to start burning stored fat. If the insulin is high, then your body will not burn fat. It will, store fat, because that's what happens. But so we're trying to burn fat. So you do that by letting your insulin get low. And the only way you can get your insulin low is to not eat carbohydrates.
Yeah. So we go Monday around noonish to pick up our standing rib roast to cook for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. Yeah. The farm is coming a day early because of the holiday, so we have timed our pickup, the rest of our food at Whole Foods around the farm pickup.
Yeah, well, maybe we should go by the farmer's market and see if that lady has any collard greens or something like that.
Yeah, those were really good at Thanksgiving.
I enjoyed that. That was really good, and those are keto friendly.
Yeah. I'm trying to take cat Christmas portraits. And, cats, kids, and sometimes adults, not the easiest subjects. Big Cat's been in there one time already. You gonna go in there again and be cute for Mama? You gonna be cute for Mama? Hi. You got fuzz on your forehead. getting ready to try making hard-boiled eggs in the little egg cooker. You know, it came a few weeks ago and it's Christmas time and we hadn't tried it yet, and I'm in the mood for a deviled egg because everybody keeps on showing them. And yeah, I'm pan frying some chicken thighs in bacon fat behind me on the stove. So anyway, you put this on top. So what it looks like. I'm going to do hard-boiled, and I'm going to do 6 eggs. And so you just pour the water in here using the little measuring thing. And you set your eggs on it, plug it in, and let it go. So in order to hard-boil the eggs in this thing, they want you to pierce the shell. And they provide a little needle in the bottom of the measuring cup. And it does have a little plastic protector. I did one already. This is the first time I've ever pierced an egg. I was a little scared that I might pierce it and it might go all over the floor, but as you can see, that did not happen. So I would not let the fact that you have to, it says to do the bottom, the thicker end. That's a little hard to tell with these farm eggs. They're pretty even. But I would say the piercing is not anything to be afraid of. It seems to work fine. I don't have egg yolk. I'm just over the top of the floor. I don't have egg yolk or white anywhere. You do have to press pretty hard though, but it's easy. And I'm making you deviled eggs.
Way cool. So you put them put the hole up.
Yes. That was what I saw.
Right.
We'll double check it, but yes.
That's that makes sense.
It would run out if you didn't, I think.
That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah. And then all I have to do is put the lid on and press power with it plugged in, and it says it automatically cuts off based on when it knows the water's used up. And I put in the right amount of water for 6 eggs hard-boiled. Donnie, I read the instructions.
Wow, that's impressive. Here's your lid.
Says not to lock it when you're using it. The lock is for
storage.
Storage.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, the blue light is on.
Yeah. So it should do its thing. It says that's going to take 16 minutes to do 4 to 6 hard-boiled eggs with the water at the level that I put it in.
Well, it's 2:33.
So it started steaming up right away. In my defense, it did not tell me to insert this into the boiling tray, although it was displayed in the picture. This allows you to lift it out. I'm sure we can manage to get the eggs out of it without it, but yeah, don't forget to put on the little lifter. So it's 47, and it's saying it's done, and it's definitely cut off the power. Some reviews said that it sounded like a fire alarm going off. Yeah, I don't think you can sleep through that. I think that should stop on its own.
No, I think you have to unplug it.
I have to unplug it so I can't accidentally leave it in there too long. Okay. So I did use a spoon to tip the eggs onto to move them off of the thing without getting my fingers burnt. It was fine. I just gently rinsed out the bottom of the tray. I didn't submerge it, but I, rinsed that off, and the other parts it seemed to clean. But the thing, have you ever tried to peel an egg, a hard-boiled egg, and it wouldn't peel? Now these are from the farm. They're not old eggs. I usually find old peels better. But look at how easy this is coming off. I can totally get underneath that little thin membrane. I think we may be on to like our favorite way to hard-boiled eggs, because I know sometimes we've lost like half the egg trying to get the shell off.
Yep.
And we've tried everything they ever said to try, and that was pretty easy. So, I'd have to do it 4 or 5 times with. I'd have to do it 4 or 5 times with different batches of eggs to know for sure, but that was really promising as far as how easy to get the shell off. So. Yay!
Way cool.
So the centers are done. They look good to me. I unplugged it when the timer was going off. I took off the lid and I took them out. Maybe I would have let him sit in there for 1 minute before I took him out, but I'm pretty impressed that it's done in the middle fine for deviled eggs. I got a present for you.
Really? Oh, wow. That's good.
It's got cheese, bacon, and stuff.
Yeah, I'll take the rest of that.
Okay. All right. Rapid egg cooker dash for the win. Dawn and I are headed to Farmville.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to the holiday GlasStation demo. We haven't been there, according to Google or Facebook, since March.
Right.
So,
we missed the Halloween and I guess the Thanksgiving this year.
yeah. So we charged to 100%. She may have still been balancing, but we've got 277 miles of rated range and currently no regen.
600 feet, turn right.
Yeah, so it's 4:20 and we've got plenty of time to get there before the 6 p.m. demo starts. We don't know what Mike's making tonight, but I guarantee you it'll be something cool.
Right.
And I guess we're thinking we might charge at Raleigh on the way back through town. We'll just have to see where our range is. No chance we wouldn't be able to make it back to Raleigh.
Right.
It just depends on how cold it is and how much heat we use and how long we say stopped in Wendell on the way back through where the Lake Myra Christmas tree lights are. Depends. It all depends. So Ruby thinks we're going to get back home at 20%. And yeah, I doubt it. Like maybe 5%. We'll just see. Well, plus we're going to make an extra stop that she doesn't know about, in all fairness. But yeah.
Right.
We're on time to get there. All right, so far, I'm not sure exactly how many miles we've gone. We've gone close to 40. No autopilot, throwbacks to Dawn today. Autopilot, cruise control, whatever has been working fine. I just thought I'd go ahead and record because we're getting ready to get off here at this exit, and she is doing the driving.
Right.
And I've recorded this before. I think she's made it before. And I just thought you might like to see this switching basically from an interstate to a U.S. highway, how she does.
She does really good.
Yeah, I'd say everything is going well.
And we're still the same time we predicted. It hasn't changed.
Right. Round trip back to the house still says 20% after 40 miles.
Ruby. You need to go.
A little slow there. A little slow.
Yeah, especially since there's a guy zooming up on my butt.
Dawn signaled to go back over and get out of the guy's way. But anyway, that was a pretty good, I would say, change off of US 264 to, what are we on now, 97?
No, that was, that's right, that was 64.
64, now we're on 264.
But
okay.
the thing, I guess, Marion and I have talked quite a bit lately, is that we as human drivers are going to have to let go of how we would handle a situation versus how the autonomous car handles the situation. The autonomous car isn't trying to drive the most efficient, straightest path, fewest points, interleave perfectly between cars. The autonomous car's number one criteria is it's trying to do it safely. And that overrides everything. And almost no human being does the risk-reward calculation on the maneuver that they're fixing to make and decide, is that risky, or maybe I should slow down instead of speed up to pass this car and jump in front of it. So I would tell you, I have let go and said, and I go back after she does something and I've sort of got a little flustered because of what she did. I think back and say, honestly, what she did was totally safe. It wasn't what I would have done. I feel like mine would have been, quote, safe enough. But Ruby did something that was totally safe. I can't say 100% safe, but it was a safe maneuver, would work every time, probably. The only way it would fail is,
the tire in front of the car blow out or something like that. It's just, we've got to let go of expecting it's going to perceive what to do. You know, we kind of look ahead. We say, well, we need to go be smart to get in this lane now. You know, maybe I should speed up a little bit so I can get in front of this car so I can get around that car. You know, all that thinking, all those chess moves that we do as we just naturally drive along, Ruby isn't ever going to do that. She's simply going to evaluate the situation she's in at that instant, make her decision based on what is the safest path I can take that will allow me to accomplish reaching the destination safely.
The sunset is just kind of very winter looking tonight. We'll say it looks cold. It looks a lot like winter. It's 43 degrees out there. There's no real sky color. So 1.2 miles prior to the exit for Farmville, Ruby got out of the left-hand lane and stuck on behind this trailer, which, by the way, has no running lights, no lights in the back whatsoever, no lights hooked up. And this goes back to what Don was saying, where it was a totally safe maneuver because there was nobody else behind her. But then we crawled along out there in the 70-mile-an-hour zone at 55 miles an hour. And then poor bad luck for Don that, you know, the pickup truck with the trailer happened to take the exit we were taking. So not only did it stick Don behind him out there on 264 East, it also made him have to get behind it on the two-lane road here going into Farmville proper. So yeah, totally safe, but not what any human would have done. Looks like there's a few people here to watch it tonight based on the street parking.
Right, I think there is people here to watch it based on the street parking.
Ruby did a good job putting us here on the street. It was a nice size space, but she did good. So street parking's pretty full. I'm thinking it's standing room only in here. Well, like we said, it's standing room only. This is like 3 times the normal number of people that are here. You can see that the rods are being heated and kept hot over there. This is a totally different vantage point from when I normally filmed the demo before.
I came sometime, I'm sorry. But I'm like raring to get going. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're good.
Awesome. Nice place to warm up, isn't it?
Yes. It is toasty.
It was like 60 degrees out today. But no, weather was in my favor. So, how many people have been here before? Not a ton. Well, 20%, I'd say. Yeah. So, well, thank you all for coming. This is ECU's GlasStation. We're a part of East Carolina University School of Art and Design. We teach college glass blowing classes here. Who knew you could get a degree in glass? In addition to being a college classroom, we like to do public demonstrations, and we offer community classes from time to time as well. So, real quickly, I want to give you a verbal tour of the studio for people that haven't been here, and a little demo of what our material that we work with is. Then we're going to get going into the beast. So, what we do here is furnace working, and the heart and soul of any hot glass studio is going to be its furnace, which ours is right here. You probably saw us opening it earlier. This thing is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you can see, lovely orange glow in there. Inside of there is a big ceramic bowl called the crucible, which actually holds our glass. Now, when it's full, it holds about 400 pounds of glass, and we only melt clear in the furnace. To make color glass, we buy pre-made color glasses that we can add on to the piece. And you'll see that during the piece we made tonight. Next up is, this is kind of our combo unit here. At the bottom, we got a pipe warmer, and all the pipes we use are made out of steel or stainless steel, and glass doesn't stick to cold metal very well, so there's a flame shooting across the front, preheating the tip, so they're ready to go for us at a moment's notice. Above that is a piece of equipment called the garage. use is when it's on, it's at about 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which that's kind of a good holding temperature for glass. Below that, the glass has to cool down very slowly or else it might crack from thermal shock. Above that, it's a lot more flexible. So if we're doing some kind of multi-part sculpture, we can make components, have them attached to funny rods and park them in the garage, and they can basically stay there indefinitely. Well, as long as your gas bill's paid. This here is a small electric kiln. We use it for various purposes. We won't be using it tonight. Now this area is kind of a standard work area for a glass blower. We got the bench here that we sit at, roll the pipe at. We got all our tools laid out. This here, this steel table, and it's called a barber, M-A-R-B-E-R, and it's best to think of it as a tool. And we use it for shaping the glass as well as controlling the heat in the glass. That steel acts as a heat sink and sucks heat out real fast. And a good portion of what we're doing when we're working glass is just managing the heat in some way. Next up, this is a reheating furnace. It's an on-demand item. We only turn it on when we're going to be working. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to heat up. Then it's also on at 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now when we're working glass, we only have about 30 seconds to a minute of working time before it's cooled down too much, and we have to heat it back up so we can actually do something. So you'll see us coming back and forth here a lot. It comes with a whole bunch of accessories. It's got this rolling yoke that we can rest the pipe on. It's got a nice little heat shield that we can hide behind, and also a chalkboard so we can leave nasty messages to each other. Now last but not least, we got those two big silver boxes against the back wall. Those are electric kilns that we use as annealing ovens. Now, I already mentioned that glass below 1,000 degrees will crack if it doesn't cool down at a slow enough rate. So that's what we use the annealing oven. And you can see at that temperature, it just flows like honey. So if I don't keep this pipe moving, it'll just drip right to the ground. So I'm going to roll it into a little finger on the table here. Well, what's great is, at this temperature, it's also very malleable. You can cut right through it, or whoop, pull a little fiber optic strand out. Let's see if I can collect a little bit of that. We want to do that in the rear barrel for me. All these blow pipes. Opening on that end, mouthpiece on this. Not clogged. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing. Go into the furnace, rotate a few times in the glass, come out. So this pipe's a bigger diameter, so I pick up a lot more material. Now I'm going to do the same thing you just saw. I'm going to roll it into a nice, even shape on this table here. And while it's still hot, I want to blow some air into it, and I want to cap the pipe while I'm blowing, trapping that air pressure in there. So that air will, there it goes. The heat from the glass heated up that air, and it blew a bubble in there for me. Now while it's still hot, I'm going to see how big I can make this. Trying to find a good thin one. Not as thin as I like. But one thing that always fascinated me about glass is that we always think of it as this brittle, fragile material, but when it gets thin, it actually has quite a bit of flexibility. So this, you can see, is thin. It almost feels more like plastic when it's this thin. I know some goblet makers that can make the bowl of their goblets do that. I just like really feel uneasy about drinking out of a cup that you can go to the lips. What? This particular one is not. Maybe like medium weight cardstock, but we've gotten it tissue paper thin. It just depends on how hot it is when you blow. All right, so now we're going to get into doing the knife. We're making a very appropriate piece. We're making, I should mention I learned to blow glass in Texas. So we're making a Texas-sized Christmas ornament.
Hey.
Woo!
Well, as big as this hole will allow. I kind of wish the big hole was over here. We'd be a lot funner tonight. All right, so to begin, big pipe. We're using a big pipe tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a big pipe.
Yeah. To begin, we're going to gather some glass on the pipe. Oh, I should mention, tonight I'm being assisted by some of the students here, who, even though the semester's over, were super kind and came in to help out. This is Eric and Emily.
Hey, Eric.
So glass blowing is very much a team sport.
He's cooling off the handle.
So I just cooled the pipe down because it gets hot. So this is just clear. To make it color, what we do is we have some pre-made glass chunks, and glass is sticky to other glass. So I'm just dipping right in it, and those little chunks, we call them frits, will adhere, just like sprinkles on fairy bread. You guys familiar with fairy bread? High-end Australian cuisine? It's awesome. So with each dip of the frit, I have to melt it in. Now glass is very touchy. You can't just combine any two random glasses together. The short explanation is that their expansion rates will be different and the pieces will crack as they're cooling. So we buy pre-made color glasses from a company in Germany that makes glass with the exact same expansion rate as what we melt in our furnace, so everything is fine. These colors are also very saturated. What I'm putting on here is, well, it's an ECU facility, purple. I like purple. And I'm going to put, I don't know, 4 coats. I want to make sure it doesn't get too thick.
Yes.
What? We need door. Okay. But the heat, the burner is located on the right side of the hole, but we're rotating it constantly, so it gets moving very quickly. When you're working asymmetrical sculptural things, you do end up at points where it's not moving on the plate much, so you don't have to turn nearly as much. But that is an important thing, though, that you still are, so that it heats evenly around. Otherwise, the side facing the burner gets heated a lot more than the other side, and that can cause some problems.
When does it start to look purple and it goes down?
When it gets thinner. This is a very dense color. It actually looks practically black. But that is also a good question that a lot of glass colors are not going to look accurate while they're hot. This color will look pretty close by the time it's ready to go through the kiln, but reds, yellows, oranges, they look just brown. They don't look right until they're back to room temperature. All right, we're doing one more. I think this will be 5. Alright, a little twist to it, that'll be fine. Now I need to kind of get the shape evened up, so I'm going to use a wooden tool called a block. Basically just a wooden mold, handheld, kind of shaped like a Q-tip. And I'm using it just to get this glass clean into a much more symmetrical shape. So these stay soaking in water all the time, and as long as you keep them wet, they have a good lifespan. Students here have been good to them. In 3 years, we've only had to replace 2 blocks. That's a pretty good life for a block. Good job. So in just a second, we got to get the bubble in there. It's going to be exactly the same as you saw, just on a bigger pipe. Now the one fun thing is because we got the color on there, you won't be able to see the bubble.
Do you have a retail shop?
No. No, this is, well, we are part of an art department, and ever since the 1960s, something called the Studio Glass Movement happen where artists took a hold of the material. So they basically said, let's see what we can do with this. Also, it was an artist figured out that glass could be done on a smaller scale. Before that, glass was always done in huge factories with, 10,000 pound furnaces. But ever since then, glass has been moving into the contemporary art world. And, these days, you'll see people doing full-blown installations, even performance.
How many years have you been doing this?
15. All right, getting that bubble in there. It's a lot more glass to push, so it's a little harder to get a bubble in. There it goes. So, when it's opaque, what you gotta look for is just the sidewalls bulging out. Probably drove you guys nuts that when you first learn to blow glass, you learn in just clear. Drove you nuts?
No, I actually like clear better.
Clear glass is underrated. I mean, we take it for granted, but when they figured out how to make glass perfectly transparent, it was a huge innovation. All right, so now the hardest part for me about the whole process is I have to wait. So we need a lot more glass. So we'll let this cool down, and then I'm going to go back into the furnace and gather again. And we're doing at least 2 more gathers, and I'm thinking 3. We'll see how big it gets. We'll see how big the furnace level is. So this is called I'm Impatient. The Romans would have loved this. Yep. All right. Gather number 2. We're using a bigger block now to get it into shape. So we're going to do something fun to the color too. It is ECU after it goes fall. I have some yellow ribbons that we're going to attach to the sides. I really just let this cool down, then heat just the surface up. So just the surface is tacky to pick up the ribbons, but now let's work caution to the wind. So the ribbons are pre-made strips of glass.
Oh, wow.
They're yellow. They were preheated in the garage, and I just stuck them to the side. Slight air while doing that. So, what I just pointed out is I do have a bubble in here, and I want to twist this up, which means I want to do a lot of physical manipulation to it. So I put the blow hose on so I could be putting very subtle air in there to keep that bubble inflated. Otherwise, I would squish the bubble. terminated, a nice central point. Hopefully. It's pretty good. The worst case scenario, we'll spin out a platter tonight and it'll be very hypnotic. Alright, so when you're working it depends on what temperature it is, what the consistency is. When we fresh out of the furnace, it's really super soft clay perhaps. Right, go ahead and blow super light, please. Alright, I need a lot more heat. Thank you. Things with different heat. And so learning to do things with the right amount of heat is half the battle. And that applies not just period, it applies to every new thing you're doing in it. Oh, you're learning a new shape? Go ahead and ruin 100. Oh, you're learning how to do that bit? Ruin 100. The more you go on, the more things start overlapping, and you may only ruin, 87. We'll go with that. I don't feel like getting it perfect. So, we're going to let it cool down a little, and we're going to go for another gather. Kind of what I just said, I'm not going for perfect. If I was trying to do this perfectly, it would take us 45 minutes to an hour just to get the color part done. Now, if you guys are interested in waiting around. What? Yeah, you're right, it's a little off. So we're going to do definitely one more, but I think 2 more gathers. One more?
Back for more glass.
I'm good. I'm letting some drip off, doing a strip together. Oh man, look control with these.
Woo!
Yeah, it was a little thin at the top, but I got it. Yeah, one more gather.
Cooling the handle again. He can hold it.
Maybe a Texas size.
Thank you. So assistants are vital when doing any kind of work like this. And I always say, you can't be a good glass blower unless you're a good assistant. I don't know what explains me because I'm a terrible assistant. You want me to do what? Sorry, I'm busy. What? So what happened there is because of all the shaping and slight blowing I was doing, it was a little thin at the top, and so it really started getting out of control on us immediately. But it luckily wasn't so bad that we were able to keep it. Otherwise, this would have been a short demo, and I would be embarrassed, and I would have to, quit my job, move to Antarctica, live amongst the penguins. They are very accepting people, so I think it will work out. All right, one more gather. I want to get this shaped a little differently if I still have the heat to do so. I don't want to reheat it right now. Nope. So we're going to do one more gather. We got to let this cool. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to go in the rolls too high. I don't want to turn off. Alright, obviously we're not going to, that was the 14 block. Yeah, we're not going to have a block that fits it, so I'll just have to do it with paper.
Really making sure it's cool before he gathers the glass again.
Alright, last gather. I'm excited, I'm excited.
He gets excited, I get worried.
Also a little caffeine.
totally caffeinated.
I almost made it up. Alright, I just put sleep my other arm. Hey, I actually got it covered. I was wearing a furnace actually, I want to strip it if I can.
Ooh. Ooh.
So guys, remember what I told you? Don't strip into the bucket. Do as I say, not as I do.
It either got too hot or he got more glass than he intended, or both. I like how he recovers though. He always recovers. Nothing like the pressure of about 40 people watching you.
Change of plans. Let's just make a big paperweight that has to anneal for about 3 weeks. I don't know. 10 pounds maybe, but that's one thing when you're first learning to blow glass. Everybody wants to hold the pipe back there. Hey, it didn't tip. Cool. But when you do that, leverage is just working against you. You actually want to get your hand as close as possible, which is why we cool the pipes. While we're working, heat does slowly start moving up, and after going in a furnace and being in there as long as I was, that pipe was pretty toasty. All right. We didn't have a block big enough. We'll have to remedy that. So just use the pad to get it shaped. Now the fun begins.
He just said he wants to transfer the heat from the front to the back of the piece. Gathering the glass, but a lot of heat in the front.
Well, not tonight, but when it comes out of the kiln, I don't have to sacrifice the scale. You guys let me know if you feel too much heat emanating from you. We can move this elsewhere. This is awesome. I don't get to work like this scale very often. All right. Oh, Eric, I might have you do some very light air for me. All right, go ahead, very light. That's good, thank you. I didn't bang your head, did I? Sorry. So one fun thing, some people think that when you're blowing glass, you have to blow really hard. Not at all. It's all cheek pressure. If you're having to blow harder than that, my piece isn't hot enough. Now, getting started with bubbles manually can be a pain sometimes. I'm going to do it after the next heat. So what Eric's doing is, that's a pair of tools called jacks. Some of you use them once already. They're kind of the multi-tool of the glass world. The main thing you're going to see me using them for tonight is cutting in a constriction called a jack line. We got to break this off this pipe at some point, and that constriction will be where we do it. Maybe I should have made a medium-sized ornament and not gotten so Texas, big on it. It's been a while since I worked this big. And Emily, I might have you shield laying there. This is going to be a good one. Alright, we're going to try to get that constriction in there. And Eric, actually get ready to blow. hot enough to get that constriction in there up here, so. Bring down the flame tower.
Teamwork.
Need more heat still. Almost there.
Hot in here, let me tell you. I got on a short sleeve shirt and I'm hot. I think his sleeve is Teflon too, that black sleeve.
Going nicely this time. Keep going, maybe even a little harder. Alright, stop, we'll do that one more time. It's actually blowing out much more evenly this time. So I'm not sure if you guys saw that. The jack blade banged into my arm. Jack blade banged into my arm. That's why I wear the sleeve. It's not the heat from the piece. It's just those jack blades were hot. And if I didn't have the sleeve on, I'd have a nice little straight line burn mark on my arm right now. Somebody once said you can recognize glass blowers by the little straight line burns on their right arms. It's kind of like a branding. It's a club. You want in the club? All right, super light air this time, please. Go ahead. Keep going. We might do that. All right, stop. How far are we involved? Oh, you're still on light? Yeah. Oh man, we had headroom. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't want you to pass out. All right, let's go to a heat. We'll see how much room I have. I should have measured before I turned the hole on. I can go about another inch and.
He said he could go about 1 more inch radius and still get it in the door.
I was actually letting it squat on itself a little, using gravity to my advantage. All right, go ahead, light air again, please. I hope that jack light's not on the pipe. Ask you to get the other one open. I don't know. Go ahead and go hard. Alright, that's good. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to call that good as far as most of the inflating goes. I don't want to push my luck and make it too thin. And also right now the yellow still looks like it'll be yellow. It doesn't look like it stretched too much and got hazy. Yellow on purple, if it got too stretched and got translucent, it would go brown. Because yellow is the complement of purple. Let's go for it.
Can't see it behind there, but there's a little fountain that presses water up on the pipe to cool it down. Work with it, heat it. Work with it, heat it. Oh.
Go ahead and close around me. Okay, open. Start again. And super light air, please. Well, medium air. Alright, I think we'll call that good. I really feel like I need a lot more heat up here, and I just don't. Alright, so now we're going to start the fun part. Well, actually, it's all fun. I'm having a blast. Hope you guys are. We got it flung out. I always say a great starting shape is a sphere with a jack line. This is a little squat. I did that intentionally because I wanted it that way. But I could have started this as a sphere with a jack line. You can turn a sphere with a jack line into almost any other hollow form. Where can I do this so that nobody's in my path? So normally we're fighting gravity the entire time, but right now I'm letting it help me out and I'm letting it stretch that piece for me. So I feel like I'm making a big cup now. There for a 5-gallon cup. Are you on blowing? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the way I do it too. I'm like, just wasn't sure. Super light air, please. Stop, please. Can you flow very light, please? That's good, thank you. They do leave scum, but that'll come off. It'll burn off in the kiln even if it's still there. Super light air, please. Actually, stop for a second. Super light air, please. A little harder now. All right, that's good. Thank you. I'm gonna go with it. Cool. Slight more air on that very front thing this time, which I think is here. All right, single light air, please. A little harder. All right, that's good. Thank you. So I'm letting that top shape squat a little bit.
I feel like he's lifting weights tonight. I think he said it's got to weigh at least 10 pounds.
Now the fun, really cool. Okay, well, fun. I only need to get the very front hot now, but I gotta be careful because it's so easy to let the back get too cold at points like this. But hey, that's the start. Yeah, cool. Cool, baby! Can I tell you that? Or are you okay there? I just got some sweat in my eyes, and right now I'm one-eyed Willie. Like a very stylish Pete's headband. Oh, that'd be awesome. Hey, Emily's idea is that we no longer use the tool bench, we have a fanny pack that all our glass tools go in. I love that idea, just right there. All right, Eric, be prepared to blow, but I think it's mostly going to be papering. One thing that's not helping is because we have the doors open so much, the hole is cold, relatively speaking. If I was working on a smaller piece where the door wasn't open, the heat would take like a third of the time. All other things being equal. Blue to the right side. I know I told you to blow, but yeah, super light air. Stop. Nope. got so excited about it. It's like catching a fish, I guess, when we're not on a punch. You got people falling to the ground right there. Actually, I'm going to do a slightly, I'm going to have you hold it at the bench. I'm going to pull it from out there. Okay. Getting a little thinner up there than I would like, but at the same time, it doesn't have to worry. It's normal. It doesn't have to worry about rotate and rotate regularly. Alright, stop. Rotate. No, like 90 degrees at a time. And just when I say rotate, it's 90 degrees. Rotate. 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 Alright. Let's rotate for a second. Alright, it's actually pretty centered. You know, if I was smart, I would try to get a hole there. Let's see, go ahead and crawl. I can't tell, so we'll put a hole in it. Alright.
It's really...
Yeah. We don't need the missile. You can get by with this a little slingshot. Stop rotating. In hindsight, I should not have put it on the yellow stripe, but whatever. Alright, so what we just did is we are going to attach a big hook to this, and that's effectively going to make it a sealed vessel. And especially something of this scale, we can't have it sealed. The air inside will contract as it's cooling, and the whole thing will explode. Anybody walking by the office on your way out, there's a turkey leg in the window. That was a Thanksgiving demo 2 years ago. It's cracked because it accidentally ended up sealed. We put a hole in it, but the hole accidentally got smeared over. So it's a very serious threat. We put it up at the top where you're probably not going to be looking as much. But I was saying, in a perfect world, I would just make sure that that very tip was open, but yeah, don't feel like messing with it tonight. So, we're sort of done, but not quite. So, big ornament. Make sure I have enough sealing. Not quite Texas size, maybe Oklahoma size. They do make one size bigger pipe, the company that I get my pipes from, so we need that pipe. Okay, what we're going to do now is balance the heat back out, and then put the hook on. I'm a little scared, to be honest. All right, if you want to go ahead and move that bucket over here, my oil is cracked. You can place it on a torch. I want to build the heat up here a little bit. about a 4,000 degree flame. It's like the lightsaber of torches. So Eric, after this go with the fuzzy torch, me and you are going to piggyback. You're going to get that, go ahead and get that thing started heating into flame. Emily, if you want to move this torch over to next to the bucket.
This is the hook.
Just have these ready to go. I is not smart. Get it, get it. All right. That was awesome. So big hand for Emily and Eric. All right. Any questions? I'm also an expert in the Commodore 64 computer, if that is relevant tonight. All right. What was first? Oh, just regular cotton from the drugstore. You wouldn't believe it. It's not flammable. No, it's a spun of ceramic refractory. We call it fiber fracs. Chemically, it's very similar to like the material that makes up the space shuttle tiles. Where it was in action. But those are formed and compressed into bricks. It's just a very lightweight refractory that's very good at insulating. So that piece can stay on there for a while, and 2 inches down, you'd never even feel the heat. But it's not good at withstanding corrosive environments. It's not good for putting inside molds. Molten glass on it would eat right through it, and so on.
An average that cost us is
Yes, I'm going out of town for Christmas, so it'll be another week before it gets up there. I'm actually going to give that one to be, say, 48 hours in the annealing, because annealing, the first criteria is thickness, but the moment you have your funky shapes and sculptural things with attachments, you generally want to get longer, and the rule of thumb is, when in doubt, double it. With very rare exceptions, there's no harm in annealing for a longer period of time. There's a few colors that don't like it. I just don't use those colors.
Cypress Street in Wendell. That's about where the Lake Myra Christmas lights are, and we'll arrive there at 32%, and then we'll just have to navigate home and see what it says. Well, there's the Lake Myra lights. This is a huge display, absolutely huge, and I remember these lights when they were along the side of the street, very busy street, and then they've moved them into downtown Wendell for all to enjoy. It's a lot safer over here. Well, there's Ruby, and I don't remember this pretty gazebo being here last year, but it's very magical. And now they're, yeah, they add in a little bit more every year. I gotta come see this ornament. Ruby is so jealous. Wow. I'm ready. 3 clicks. Windows coming down. I told Donnie we just couldn't leave without doing it one time. Now it's officially Christmas. I mean, Ruby's been waiting and waiting because her song's been playing. Hello. I'm a happy camper now. I got to
That's
give away
right.
3 Hot Wheels cars.
She sure did. She's a good girl.
Well, that was a ton of fun. Ruby says we're going to arrive home at 13%, so unless that should drop drastically by the time we're at the decision point for the Raleigh Supercharger or not, we won't be stopping.